Hey everyone, back to do another video of this goat, or should I say mule. Alright, so I got the sprocket hub on and the sprocket. However, I am going to change out this whole wheel, the axle, all, just, yeah. The rim on here is an original rim that I rescued from a junkyard. That was my bad mistake. Um, it's an original uh, rim from 1984 or 1985. Came off of a Honda three-wheeler. So it's not in the greatest of shape, and it's just, yeah, I'm gonna get a whole new setup. The axle is also pretty old. When I got it, it was on a go kart. Everything that was on that axle was seized up. The bearings, the sprocket, everything, it was all seized on there. And I just cut off, what I needed and just left the rest because, well, and I cut out the keyway, not very well, might I add, but I cut that out, and I was like, you know what, this isn't gonna work, this, nah. So I'm going to replace the axle, replace the rim, and the hub for the rim. I'm going to replace all of that. I'm going to go with an 8x8 rim. I figured might as well. I mean, technically this tire's a little bit on the really, really big side for what I'm doing here. So basically it should be a 9x8 rim, but I'm gonna go with an 8x8. Thin it down just a hair. You know, I already found a racing tire for it, and already found the rim. Well, actually, a few of them. So it'll give me some time to decide on which one I want to stuff on there. I got the fender done, welded on, cleaned up, all that good stuff. Of course, I'll have to take off that sprocket and the sprocket hub. Moving on. So I made a mount. Came out pretty darn decent, I must say, for holding my cell phone. This piece here is going to hold the tachometer. What the hell is it called? We almost tripped on that. Let's see. All right, this is what I got for it. It's upside down. Okay, there we go. Got one of these. Yeah. And that is going to go on that blue piece. Well, actually it's not, it's just tape that's over it, because I'm going to weld here and here and stick this right on it. So you see how, yeah, should be plenty of room for it. So I'm going to stick that on there. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I see them bunch of wires hanging down and all that. Start working on that. Basically, I did it so I can detach the wires when I need to, whenever I need to. That way I can pull out the motor without having to dig into the panel there and detach all the wires and all that. I can just detach from there. So today I got in some more parts. This here's going through some dramatic changes. So this is what I've got together so far. Now I want I did the exhaust myself. I drilled out the piece of metal here, got that, you know, done up, put on my own pipe, cut it and all that, did the bends myself. Now my pipe bender, you know, which is over there behind the ladder, that red piece of, well, you know, is a real piece of, well, you know, you know, it's junk. It really is. It crushes the pipe, you know. Actually, I got a piece. Oh, there it is. All right, so I figured I'd test it out. And I'm like, you know what? My method is way better, and it doesn't look half bad compared to that. I mean, it really just, I was like, yeah, no. Hell no. So, anyhow, I went ahead and put this on. It's going to be a short pipe. It's going to basically come out the side like this, and I'm probably going to end up maybe even cutting it shorter because I want to put on a reducer that goes, well, not smaller, but goes bigger and comes, well, not that big, but, you know, just bigger than this, you know, and have it come out and make a lot of nasty, loud racket and sound that, you know, guarantees that it'll annoy the hell out of my neighbors. All right. And then I got this clutch here. Now, I mainly got this clutch so I can line up the chain properly, which of course, yeah, I'm still going to do, you know, even though I'm not going to use the axle that's on there, it doesn't matter. I just want to line up the chain so I can weld the motor mount down to see exactly where I need the motor mount so I can do that, so I can weld it. So I went ahead, put that on. I still haven't stuffed the motor in there yet. This here, well, I figured, well, with the fuel going through, give it time for the fuel to break up and all that before it gets up into here. And hopefully, maybe it'll work the way I'm thinking. Maybe not. It'll take some time. Actually, I'm thinking about maybe even cutting this a little bit shorter. But I will need to get, well, one of these hoses, because I, you know, ran out of this stuff. So I figured I'd just use that. You know, it's just a radiator hose, and it is a bit on the small side. But I figured for what I'm doing right now, just sizing everything up, it'll work just fine. Oh, and under here, I put in the 50-pound valve springs. And this here worked quite nicely. It actually worked. Thank you, Redbeard's Garage. You know, I seen your tool. If you see this, I seen your tool. And I made one of my own. However, keeping, you know, this piece on top and keeping it, you know, so it doesn't slide side to side, I went and did a bead weld here, bead weld there, grinded it on both sides. That way, that spring, you know, that cap that's on top of that spring. Hell, I'm drawing a blank here. Brain fart. Okay. So, anyhow, so it doesn't slide off because I was having a little bit of problems with that. So I went ahead and put a bead. I was like, you know, I'm going to fix this problem. I'm going to fix it right now. You know, so I did. And then it worked quite nicely. You know, and I see why you needed that bend on it too. Yep. But it worked out great. I mean, I was able to do this by myself, you know, put in those 50-pound valve springs by myself, you know. And, you know, the first one, check this out. First one, I took a socket, you know, and, well, actually, this one here has keepers. It doesn't have the latch caps. You know, the other one in that bike over there, my modified Trailmaster, that one actually, that one's just weird. You know, that one has a latch cap and something else. It's just weird. You know, even my buddy, he's like, oh, that's odd. You know, that ain't right. You know, but yeah. So this tool actually came in really handy for getting that done. Thank you. You know, I have watched all your videos. If you see this, I've watched your videos, and I've learned a lot. You know, I really have. So anyhow, there we go. Wanted to show you guys what I've been up to, and you know, aside from no good. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later.